What if I told you there's a Linux distribution that's consistently ranked among the most popular in the world, yet barely gets mainstream attention? Today we're taking a look at MX Linux 25, a distro that quietly keeps winning users over by focusing on speed, stability, and practicality rather than flashy trends. MX Linux has built a reputation for being fast even on older hardware, extremely stable, and surprisingly powerful once you dig beneath the surface. In this video, I'll walk you through what's new in MX Linux 25, how to install it, what the desktop experience feels like, and whether it's worth using as a daily driver in 2026. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's head over to the official MX Linux website. And right away, you'll notice something really nice. MX Linux 25 actually comes in multiple editions. This gives you a ton of flexibility depending on your hardware and the type of desktop experience you want. First up, we've got the XFCE edition, and this is the flagship version. This is the one most people recommend, and honestly, it's the perfect balance of speed and usability. It's lightweight, it's fast, and it runs beautifully on both older laptops and brand new hardware. This is MX Linux at its best. Next, if you like a more modern, glossy, visually polished desktop, MX Linux also offers a KDE Plasma Edition. KDE looks clean, smooth, and customizable, but MX still tunes it for performance. So even though Plasma looks fancy, it still runs really well on mid-range systems. And for the folks running super old hardware, or maybe you just love minimal desktops, MX has the Fluxbox Edition. This thing is ultra lightweight. We're talking extremely low RAM usage, fast boot times, and almost no desktop overhead. Perfect for resurrecting old machines. I will show you all the desktops later in this video. So I will download the XFCE edition. Like I said earlier, this is their flagship. The main event! If you're not sure what to pick this one. But wait, before you hit that download button, you'll notice there are a few different XFCE versions here. Don't worry, I'll break them down in the simplest way possible so you know exactly which one is meant for you. You've got standard, AHS, and this thing called System 5 Init or SysV Init. Which one do you actually need for 2026? The standard version, this uses the rock-solid Debian 6.12 kernel. This is the stability king. If your PC is 2, 3, or even 5 years old, pick this one. It uses tried and tested drivers that are guaranteed to be stable. The AHS version, AHS stands for Advanced Hardware Support. This bumps you up to the 6.16 kernel with much newer graphics drivers and firmware. If you just bought a brand new laptop or a high-end GPU in the last year, you need AHS to make sure your hardware is even recognized. Now, you'll notice some files have System 5 Init, or SysV Init in the name, and others don't. This is about how your computer wakes up when you hit the power button. The regular versions. These use System D. This is the modern standard that almost every major Linux distro uses. It's fast and most software is built for it. The System 5 Init versions. This is for the Linux purists or people who want a more traditional Unix feel. It's an alternative init system that avoids System D entirely. My advice? Unless you specifically know why you hate System D, or you're a power user looking for a very specific setup, avoid the System 5 Init versions. Stick to the standard files for the smoothest experience with modern apps. And then we've got community respins. These are made by the MX Linux community, everyday users who build their own customized versions and share them. Some might be themed for gaming, some for older hardware, or even special workflows. I will download the standard one. I personally prefer using the torrent download instead of the direct ISO link. And here's why. First, torrents are much more reliable. That if your internet drops for even 1 second during a direct download, the whole file can corrupt, and you won't even know until you try to boot it. With torrents, the download automatically verifies every piece of the file, so you're guaranteed to get a clean, 100% correct ISO. Second, torrents are usually faster, especially right after a new release when thousands of people are downloading at the same time. You get speed from multiple peers instead of hammering a single server. I'm not going to go deep into how to create a bootable USB or how to boot from it. That part is pretty straightforward. Just use Rufus or Etcher and you're good to go. So instead, let's jump straight into the installation process. Installing MX Linux 25 is refreshingly simple. When you boot the live ISO, you're immediately presented with a clean desktop and a clear installer shortcut. Choose your keyboard layout or settings. MX Linux automatically detects most settings, so usually you just click Next. Here you can select the type of installation. Just go for the regular install, it will use the entire disk. Go for Customize the disk if you have created a partition specifically for MX Linux. Just click on Start to confirm the installation. The installation process has now started. It will prepare the partitions and copy the installation files to the disk. You'll also get the option to create a swap file. This is basically extra virtual memory that your system can use when your RAM gets full. It's not as fast as real RAM, but it keeps your system from freezing or crashing. You can enable it or skip it. Totally up to you. Now give your PC a name. Anything you want. This is just how your computer appears on your network. You can leave the domain and workgroup as they are or change them if you want. Here, just pick your time zone. Super straightforward. Now, create your username and password. Default user login name, whatever you want. Default user password, your login password, root password, admin password, or choose to use sudo instead. Now, just hit finish, remove your USB when it tells you to, and you will now be running MX Linux 25 from your hard drive. Alright, so after booting into MX Linux 25 for the very first time, the vibe is instantly clear. Simplicity and efficiency. There's no flashy animations, no overloaded panels, no weird pop-ups trying to sell you something. The desktop is clean, functional, and super uncluttered. You click something, it opens instantly. Even on older hardware, MX Linux feels snappy, and that's one of the reasons people love this distro. Now, if you've used XFCE before, you'll notice something immediately. MX Linux doesn't stick to the standard XFCE layout. They've customized it quite a bit. Normally, XFCE gives you a simple horizontal panel at the top or bottom. But MX Linux changes things up with a vertical panel on the left side. And this actually makes great use of widescreen displays. At the top of this vertical panel, you've got your clock. Super easy to see at a glance. Below that, you'll find your quick launch icons, your system tray, volume, network, notifications, all lined up neatly. And then at the bottom left, you'll see the whisker menu, which is basically the start menu for XFCE. It's fast, searchable, organized, and honestly one of the best application menus. Another thing MX Linux adds that you don't get in standard XFCE is Conky, this little system monitor on the right side of your desktop. It shows your time, date, CPU usage, RAM, disk activity, network, all live. It's super handy and it gives MX Linux its signature look. Now, if you prefer the classic horizontal panel, MX makes that incredibly easy. Just open MX Tweak, go to the Panel tab, and select a horizontal layout. Boom! Panel moves to the top or bottom instantly. Alright, so at first glance you might think, okay, MX Linux, it's Debian with XFCE. Big deal. Nope. Wrong. This is exactly where MX Linux pulls ahead of so many other distros. And it's all thanks to one thing: the MX tools. These aren't just random utilities thrown together. These are custom-built, super polished, non-intimidating tools designed to solve real problems that new and advanced users deal with. Things you'd normally Google, struggle with, or type 20 terminal commands for. MX Linux turns them into a one-click experience. Let me highlight some of the absolute stars of the show. MX Snapshot. This thing is ridiculous in the best way. Imagine backing up your entire system, your apps, your customizations, your themes, your settings, and turning it into a bootable ISO file. Yep, all of that in literally 2 clicks. You can create your own custom MX Linux installer, just the way you configured it. It's a lifesaver for system recovery, cloning your setup, or even distributing your own remixed version. MX Package Installer. Now this is where MX Linux becomes way more flexible than plain old Debian. You get stable Debian repositories, MX curated repositories with newer apps. Flatpak support built-in optional access to Ubuntu-centric software sources all under one clean, easy-to-understand interface. It basically gives you the stability of Debian, with the convenience and software availability of Ubuntu, without the bloat. Unlike other distros that make you hunt for drivers, MX gives you a dedicated NVIDIA driver installer right out of the box. Beyond drivers, you have boot options, a graphical way to change your boot timeout or menu colors. Live USB Maker, to clone your system back onto a thumb drive. USB Formatter, which simple and easy to use. Every tool has a help button that opens a manual with screenshots. They really don't want you to feel lost. MX Linux 25 ships with a well-balanced selection of applications. Out of the box, you get a web browser, file manager, media player, Office Suite, PDF viewer, and system utilities. Everything needed for everyday use. MX Linux doesn't overload the system with unnecessary apps, but it also doesn't leave you stranded. And if something is missing, the MX Package Installer makes it easy to install popular software, Flatpaks, and even third-party applications with just a few clicks. This makes MX Linux especially appealing for users who want control without complexity. Check this out. Right on the desktop, there is a user manual and a frequently asked questions file. Most distros just give you a link to a forum. MX gives you a book. One of MX Linux's biggest strengths is choice. This is the KDE desktop environment. The KDE Plasma Edition is for those who want a more modern and customizable desktop experience. It looks great, feels polished, and still runs impressively well thanks to MX Linux's optimizations. Then there's Fluxbox, which strips everything down to the essentials. It's incredibly fast, extremely lightweight, and surprisingly usable once you get used to it. No matter which edition you choose, MX Linux maintains the same philosophy: efficiency, reliability, and user control. MX Linux 25 doesn't try to reinvent Linux, and that's exactly why it works. It focuses on stability instead of bleeding edge features, performance instead of flashy design, and user choice instead of forcing workflows. Whether you're reviving an old laptop, setting up a reliable daily driver, or just tired of distros that change too much too often, MX Linux is a solid option. It's not the loudest distro, it's not the flashiest, but it's one of the most dependable Linux experiences you can get. If you value speed, stability, and practicality, MX Linux 25 absolutely deserves your attention. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. Have you tried MX Linux, or is this your first time hearing about it? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.